We start with some miscellaneous items. I keep cutting bags open when I'm opening those envelopes. This is an 0805 resistor kit, 0 ohms up to 10 megs, 60 values, 1500 pieces. Because I've been running out, I think the last time I bought 0805 resistors was a couple of years ago, so I need to restock. And I think this was one of those special deal things where you click on an item and it goes into that extra menu where you can immediately choose 3 items and then you get a slightly better price than what you might see when you normally search the item, and you get the choice free shipping. So there's 3 different sets here. These are different pin removal tools for connectors. There's certain ones of different sizes. Some of them are straight, some of them have a hook and 2 prongs. So depending on a connector, those can go into the connector housing, release the tabs on the metal connector, and allow removing the pin from the housing. So for one of these computer disk drive connectors, if I take one of these hollow circular tools, put it over the pin, it released the tabs because the tool goes over the pin and pushes in those tabs, and you can pull it out of the connector, do a repair if needed, and then just reinsert, and it's good again. And this one is definitely restocking. I just ordered it a couple of weeks ago, and it should be a couple of OLED displays. I like how they ship them in these hard plastic cases to protect the screens. And the pinout sequence is ground VCC serial clock data because there's different ones available. Sometimes they swap the power, I think. And I want these because, once again, like this nano mega tester, I'm using these displays. I need to replenish. And these are ground VCC serial clock data. Then I got a couple of things on the same topic that came in different shipments. Potentiometer knobs. And some toggle switches and a 9-volt battery compartment where the battery goes in there. So you would put a 9-volt battery clip up through the bottom and have it sitting in here and drop the 9-volt in sideways, and that can stay flush with a cabinet. So the reason I bought this, I'm not sure if I will use it for this, but I have a guitar with active pickups that need a 9-volt battery, but it wasn't designed for that, so there's no battery compartment. Every time you need to change a battery, luckily it's not very often, you need a screwdriver. You got to take off 5 or 6 screws on a back plate just to get at the battery. So if I want to put a hole in that plate, and if there's room that I can drop this straight in, attach this to the back plate, then all I need to do is change the battery this way. So we'll see if I feel like committing to that. These toggle switches, possibly if I'm doing some guitar effect project and I want to put it in an enclosure, I wanted some toggle switches for various options, changing modes of a circuit or something. Pot knobs, I'll keep these in the bag. These are the regular ones with the knurled type of mounting. I take one of these knobs, it'll go on there. Then we have the set screw. This one comes with the Allen wrench, and now that's on there. So I needed to stock up on a couple of different styles of these, depending what kind of style I'm looking for on a project. Maybe I want multiple styles, like one represents volume or tone, a different one represents a more exaggerated effect being turned on and off, so it will be more prominent and you can just reach directly for that, control whatever you want to do. And in keeping with the theme of guitar stuff, in a slightly mangled cardboard box with some instructions we probably don't need. It's a guitar tuner, runs on a CR2032 battery, and it has a selection on it. You can do a bass or other things as well. So it's pre-configured for different expected tuning styles. I wonder, did it come with a battery? No. So I'll have to find a battery, but basically this is a clip-on style, and it doesn't pick up audio like with a transducer microphone over the air. I know this because I have another one of these I bought before, and I couldn't get it working. But you clip it onto the headstock of the instrument, and I think it picks up the vibrations. And then suddenly it started working, and it seemed to work well, so I wanted another one, not only for a spare, but because I can use them in different areas. I might even want a couple more. So I'll have to go dig out a battery, and I'll see if I can get this working in a couple of minutes. But first, there's a couple of final packages. Reverb mini pedal. It says in very small font iSet, which is the brand. Digital reverb with a bunch of different options, so different types of reverb. It's a nice solid heavy metal case, and it looks like it has a USB-C here and a regular looking power. I don't know if they confirm the polarity. Yeah, center negative. Okay, so that'll work with regular guitar 9-volt plugs. So I don't know if that is also another way to power this, or if there's some sort of digital circuitry interaction. I'll have to find out. This other one, Mosky, or some say Mosky. I like Mosky. Spring reverb. This one will also be a digital reverb, and it's to emulate a spring reverb type specifically. Also confirming center negative power jack, so plug it into the regular guitar power supplies. So I got these because I've been watching various channels evaluating budget effects of different kinds. And even though they may not be as good in some ways as the more expensive stuff, sometimes it's not so bad either. And I got them on AliExpress because generally you can get them on Amazon, but sometimes they aren't available. But more importantly, the price. Even being budget, I know this spring reverb was, I think, $15 more on Amazon. I'm gonna see if I can power this stuff up, get that tuner working, and see how this stuff sounds. Well, that worked out okay. One reason I'm looking at getting some reverbs as well is because I'm looking to do some circuit experiments, especially with a real spring reverb tank. So having something that can emulate digitally can at least give me a reference point, and I can come up with a circuit for a real spring reverb and then do an A/B test with a digital one, things like that. Thanks to channel and Patreon supporters for helping make all this possible.